The ability to use your words effectively can move mountains. Words and the art of using them wisely and skillfully can even change the world. Stick around till the end of the video if you want to learn more about the value of words and how you can improve your communication skills. Growing up, I watched my parents communicate really well, and I watched my father run large organizations as president, and I watched my mum lead women-based organizations and groups, and I learned so much about communication just by watching them. And I realized that the person who can share a clear vision with people can lead people. And as I got older, I got into sales, and I was always using my communication skills to get things done. And then I ended up building and leading a large sales force, and we built a team of approximately 2,500 people globally, and I learned how to drive excitement and vision into them. I learned the good and the bad about people through so many interactions, and I ran events with many thousands of attendees overall. And throughout my career, I realized that those who can communicate the best have the potential to live the best too. Your communication is what sells you to the world. It's what helps express who you are, your intentions, your visions, your ideas. It's what paints a picture in someone's head about you and your mission. But it's not just that. Miscommunication creates many problems. Think about it. How many times in your life has miscommunication created problems? Maybe through a relationship, maybe through a business partnership, socially, through friends. Your organization or your workplace. Someone didn't communicate the right way, and there was a gap in the middle, and that created chaos somehow, or problems. And so miscommunication creates a lot of problems, and communication solves problems. When someone sits down and they have a good chat, even after miscommunication, the gap in the middle can be solved, can be filled, because now they both understand both sides and they can move forward with a little bit more clarity. So communication is very important to move relationships forward, to move organizations forward, to move businesses forward, to move whatever it is that you are a part of. Communication is how we verbalize the intention and what's in our minds. Good communication will help you find your dream life partner. Good communication will help you find your dream business partner. Good communication will develop your kids in the best way and help them have an example to follow too. Because when you're communicating the right message to your children, at least they can understand. And communication also means you're speaking to them in a language where they can understand. That's a part of communication, speaking to people at different levels. But when you show them that your communication with them is that way, they'll also learn from you, and they'll start to duplicate and replicate your style. It'll help you get promoted at your job. It'll boost your business growth. And in my house, it even gets my wife to bake me some amazing cakes. Look, words are so powerful that every great teacher used them to penetrate through the hearts of people. It's not just the mind of people, the heart of people. Every religion was built through words. Every prophet that ever came used words. Politicians use words all the time too. Unfortunately, they don't always tell the truth, but we won't go there. Now, words are so powerful that they can scar you deeper than a physical wound. But they're also so powerful that they can heal those wounds and move you and inspire you to build an amazing life. Words don't just bring sound and understanding. And not only do they give you the ability to express yourself, to have people understand what's on your mind or how you're feeling, but they also transmit through vibrations and frequencies, something that we don't always understand. There have also been studies about words helping plants grow. When you say nice things to the plants, they actually grow better. And water, when you speak into water and then they freeze that water, it freezes in a different way if you speak love or you speak hate to the water. It's really, really fascinating stuff. The more words you know, the deeper your own conversation will be in your own head too. You'll be able to articulate emotions and feelings in yourself a little bit better, and ideas and concepts more clearly. And this gives you a deeper and richer life. A weak vocabulary makes your thinking more shallow. In fact, studies have shown that the bigger your vocabulary is, the more probability of your success in life. My point is that words are extremely important and powerful, and those who learn how to articulate words in a way that helps other people understand them and be moved by them can build and have whatever they want. Look, in my life, I've conducted over 15,000 presentations. I mean, it's hard to believe even for me, but after that many presentations and conversations, ever since the age of 16, going out there speaking and presenting and trying to sell something or trying to present a different business idea, you learn a thing or two about communication. And one thing I know for sure is that it's a buildable quality. Some people definitely have a gift that separates them a little bit more, but even for them, if they don't work on the skill, they will still be average compared to the average person that worked on themselves and intentionally built their quality. In other words, if you have a gift of communication, the person that didn't have a gift of communication, if they made it a goal and they made a plan of how they're going to get better throughout their life with communication and how to conduct presentations and how to speak to their spouse and how to speak to their friends and how to gain influence, all these things can become a study. If this person, the average person, studied and worked hard on the skill, he will have an edge, or she will have an edge over the person that was born with a gift. So I'm telling you that it's very important, even if you have a gift, to go out there and learn and just trial and error and make sure you understand people a little bit more. If you're interested to know more about how to build your communication skills, these are my quick short tips on which key areas would be good to focus on for you. And we will be building many courses on these topics, and if you want to check in the description box below, you might actually find something in the near future where we're adding there with some courses. At some stage we'll add that link. If you're listening to this, then I'm guessing that you're here to become a better communicator. So don't disregard my advice. Ponder on it, as it comes from many years of experience. First thing you should do is to study yourself. You want to study your skills and you want to study what you're lacking when it comes to communication. Are people not taking you seriously? Can you bring your points across easily and clearly? Do you build rapport really quickly, or do you struggle building relationships? The next thing you want to do is to find a side hustle that involves some form of presenting or selling. Start presenting and selling, and no matter how bad you are, you have to be bad before you're okay, and you have to be okay before you're good, and you have to be good before you're great, and you have to be great before you're world class. So start wherever you are and get better and better as you go along. But this interaction with other people where you're trying to exchange something helps you with negotiation, it helps you with persuasion and many things that you need to become really successful in life. The next thing that you want to do is you want to study people. A good way to do this is to start from understanding different personality types. There are usually about 4 personality types. I like to call them shark, dolphin, urchin, and whale. Sharks are people that are a little bit more aggressive, they're a little bit more focused, they like their big houses, big cars, they like to have a lot of success in their life. They're very sharky, meaning they get straight to the point. They might be a little bit aggressive sometimes, or come across as aggressive. And then you have the dolphins, which they're very social people. They're very bubbly, they're easy to get along with. They usually have a bigger social circle. And then you have the urchins, which are people that are just extremely information driven. They're very technical, they love information, and they're the ones that will read all the terms and conditions, in other words. So then there's a whale, and the whale type of personality is the type of personality that loves to help, loves to serve, loves to volunteer, loves to put other people first. And there can be a mixture of a few different personalities that you have, but we usually dominate with 1 or 2. I know I dominate with 2 mainly. Then you want to start analyzing people when you meet them. Try and pick which personality type they are within 30 seconds or a minute by asking a few questions. It depends which format you're in. If you're in a presentation, you want to ask about people's dreams and what their wants are and what their goals are, things like that. Whatever they reply to you, you'll be able to pick up which type of dreams and goals and aspirations that they have, and usually that's a direction. For example, I love to travel, I love to have fun, I love freedom, I love to explore. That's usually a dolphin. Someone that I want to have 10 properties and I want to build wealth and I want to do this and I want to buy a house here and that's usually a shark. Somebody that I want to give back and help and serve, and that's usually a whale. Then you have the urchin. These people are a little bit harder to understand, but they're very analytical. They might be a little bit more quiet. They're a lot more calculated, maybe slow to reply with certain things as well. They'll think more than they speak, for sure, and they're just like a computer in their head. There's a few people like that. I mean, accountants. A lot of the times accountants are urchins, and maybe lawyers. Lawyers might be urchins in some ways as well, because they love to read documentation and come up with cases, and part of that could be a shark as well, because they like to fight, love to win cases. That's kind of a shark side that can come out of them as well. And once you know the personality type of the person, that's how you want to tailor your conversation or your presentation. Now, this isn't manipulation, so don't take it as manipulation. This is art. Influence comes from connecting to people at their level. So the best communicator won't be a shark, won't be a dolphin, won't be an urchin. He'll be a chameleon, or she'll be a chameleon. Someone that can blend in, not being fake, but being able to become artistic in a way where they can communicate and get along with different personality types. And look, you become more likable when you can relate to different people. That's a very good skill. A lot of podcasters are like this. A lot of late night talk shows are like this. They've built the art of communicating with different personality types. And you want to understand their wants and their needs. So a big part of communication comes from gathering data and listening carefully, not listening to reply. You want to understand people more, and this will give you an edge. So you want to listen to understand and to come up with what they're really thinking, to try to analyze what do they really want. You should also learn your own personality type as well, so you can have your self-awareness and self-analysis. Before you know the world, you got to know yourself. There's a saying that goes, if you conquer yourself, you've conquered the world. So you want to start with knowing yourself as well, of course. Another thing that you want to do is you want to learn body language cues. For example, expansive body language is confidence. Then you've got the timid body language with your shoulders down and with your head down. You got body language, for example, if you're talking to someone at an event somewhere and their feet are directed at you and they're very energetic and you know they like talking to you, but if their feet are pointed the other way, that's a sign that they might want to go. There's body language cues that you can pick up on, crossed arms. And by the way, these I've learned that these aren't always correct, but the overall package with tonality and everything combined together, you can get a bit of a glimpse of what that person might be feeling or thinking. And sometimes they might be going through something in their life which makes them a little bit more timid at that time that you've met them. So learn how to use your own body language as well to express your message even better. In fact, you can use your own body language to bring energy into other people as well. I learned this on stage in front of many people. I learned how to impact crowds. And so I started playing games with myself. There was a big crowd of people, and what I'll do if there was a crowd of people on the right side, for example, there's a few people crossing their arms, what I would do is play games in my own head and say, you know what, I'm going to get them to uncross their arms and smile or laugh. So I'll save a joke that I'm about to make until I go to that side of the stage, and then I'll also bring body language with me, because again, this is vibration, and with your tonality coming with the voice, that makes a bit of a difference. Look, I used to be very wild with my body language. I had to tone it down, so whatever you see from me now is toned down. There could be a little bit more toning down. I understand that. I'm a very passionate person, but you want to learn your own body language to express your message even better. Another part of this is also having enthusiasm in your voice. Almost always, you have to discern. If someone's going through drama or someone just passed away in their family, of course you can't just go crazy. But most of the time, you should be uplifting and energetic. And you can be smart with this. You can get to a point where you know how to uplift someone else's enthusiasm. For example, I started making phone calls when I was making sales or talking to team members of mine, and what I'll do as soon as they answer the phone, someone answers the phone, what will happen is I'll come into the conversation at the same level as them. So if they answer and say hello and they're really low with the tone, I'm not going to come in and say, hey, I'm not going to do that. That's crazy. That will automatically bring their walls up. What my goal is to bring people's walls down. That's the best thing about communication. You can learn the art of bringing people's walls down, because most people have their walls up, especially when they first meet you. But you can become really good to the point where you can bring their walls down. So when someone answers their phone and they answer with a low tone, what you want to do is you want to enter, hey John, how you doing? And then you want to lift that voice up. Hey, by the way, I met you, blah, 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 and bring it up slowly until now you've woken them up and you've brought their energy up, but you've come here and you've lifted them. Does that make sense? And enthusiasm is actually a trainable quality. It's teachable. You can learn it yourself. I remember when I first started training team members of mine, me and my brother, we actually had a business and we used to train people. And so what we used to do with our team is we used to say, sell us. We used to say, pitch us, I want you to sell us, and we want to feel their energy. And when we don't feel their energy and it wasn't coming across the right way, we used to say, do it again. And we used to increase their energy. And all of a sudden, they were rewired mentally to start having more enthusiasm, and it actually rubbed off on them in other areas of their life, which was amazing to see. And then we got into other businesses, and I started leading larger teams, and I used to make sure that one of the major key in their voice was enthusiasm and excitement. You know, if somebody gave you $10,000, how are you going to feel now? Well, you're going to be at a higher level of excitement, for sure. But that's a part of you. You know, if you operate at a 6, try to operate at an 8. If you operate at an 8, try to operate at a 10. Always bring up your enthusiasm. I've realized there's too many people that are dull these days, unfortunately. I think the world kills our energy somehow, but you let it kill your energy. You have to have energy in your voice. Energy captures emotions, and emotion stands for E, for energy, and then motion. So that's energy in motions. So you have to have energy in motion, which is reaching their emotions. Okay? So you also want to have passion in your voice. Passion pierces the heart of people. And you can have more of a heart connection with people that way. Heart connections are deeper than mind connections, 100%. And of course, only with the right people and when it's suitable. But speaking with passion is also you speaking from the heart. So you want to start learning how to speak more from the heart. Also, study people's tonality and study your own tonality. There's a way to say things to express different feelings. So for example, if you're speaking about something emotional, you can bring your voice down and you can get deep with the person, and you can have more of a heart to heart. And yeah, it's like imagine you were an actor or an actress and you had a role to play with a certain topic. How would you act then if you were the best? It doesn't mean you're an actor or an actress. It just means that you know how to enact that certain emotion, which drives deeper emotions in the other person. Hey, and you know what's funny? I've actually heard people say it before. Tell your face that you're excited. Tell your face that you're excited. First of all, your face should say it. Second of all, your voice should say it. So make sure that when you have tonality, when you have excitement and enthusiasm, that your face also says it as well. Your body language also says it as well. Now, the other suggestion I have for you is to increase your vocabulary so you can have more of a variety of words to use in your communication arsenal. You also want to listen to a lot of valuable videos around topics that you really want to learn and become good at. And read a lot of books so that you can engrave many ideas and concepts into your brain. This will help you with your talking points. You'll be able to bring out sentences from out of nowhere that fit with that certain conversation. And the more that you learn and then teach, this is what I realized, the more you will wire these concepts into your brain. That's what I've been doing over the last 10 years, even more. I've learned something, and if it was a great idea, what I'll do is I'll teach it to someone else. I'll do a presentation and I'll add that in there. And what will happen over time is I'll go on stage and I'll start presenting, and I'll start to realize that a lot of my best presenting came from not even practicing, just going out there and free flowing. And I was like, where the heck is this stuff coming from? It was coming from so many sentences and concepts and ideas and visions and all these things that I've heard from other people that I put into my own brain, snuck in there into my own philosophy because I believed in it. I thought this is a great idea, and I added it into my own personality, packaged it as synans, and then I went out there and I was, because every concept has probably been thought of already. Most of the personal development coaches and gurus that you find out there, they say similar things just in different ways. They've put all the information into themselves. Now they are that person. And the next thing that you want to do is you want to understand yourself and the world a little bit more. Questions like, why are you here? What's your purpose? How was the world created? What happens when we die? What's right and what's wrong? Even coming up with your religious philosophies and your political viewpoints can help. There's not a political channel, there's not a religious channel, but I still believe that having the understanding of what you believe in, what's your philosophy? What are you here for? Understand these things, and what will happen is you'll have more valuable conversations, and you'll have a deeper meaning of life and more of a seriousness for it. People will take you more seriously like this. Look, I'll be honest with you. I've listened to so many audiobooks and physical books I've read. And I've attended so many seminars. I've listened to so many motivational and inspirational videos. And I've repeated many of the words and the ideas that I learned to the point where now it's all a part of me. And I'm able to have deep and meaningful conversations. I'm able to motivate and inspire. I'm able to coach and give advice. It's important to build a solid communication framework if you want to be a great communicator, to build an attractive personality and to increase your charisma. Look, communication also solves wars, solves problems, and builds peace in your life. You're able to speak up for yourself when you need to. You're able to have those hard conversations when you need to, and you do it in a smooth way. You're able to represent yourself with strength. You're able to give constructive criticism in a way that actually uplifts the people rather than beats them down. And you're able to build a following and a community. It's important to take the time to become a better communicator, and it takes time. And you have to be patient because you're going to start off bad. But those with enough reasons to gain this powerful skill will get it done. And I know you have a message to share. I know that everyone has something to share in this world. And as you become a more powerful communicator, you'll be able to share it with ease. And hey, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. We're going to give you so much value in this channel, okay? We want to be abundant here. Hit the notification bell below so you don't miss any of our next videos. Like and comment your thoughts. Let me know if this video helped you at all. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care and God bless. Bye-bye. Hey friend, I hope you liked the video. Before you go, make sure you subscribe to the channel and you hit the notification bell below. Like and comment in the comment section. We'd love to hear from you. And make sure you check out the other videos that we have. We're going to be releasing so much amazing content to serve you. So hey, have a great day and God bless you. Bye-bye.